All right, Chris. So my first time seeing this model in person, and I am just blown away by the scale of this land. Obviously, Star Wars fans are out there in full force, and I'm included. And this just looks like we're going to step right into this universe. Tell me what we're looking at here.
It's amazing, isn't it? And the scale is, you're right, it's epic. And it has to be. It's Star Wars, right? I mean, you can't do Star Wars small. It's got to be big. No, we're excited, and it's great to finally get to share what we've been working on for the past couple of years with guests and fans. And this is remote outpost, edge of wild space, never seen before planet, a lot of mystery. It is that place that for the rogue adventure, for the people who want to be sort of forgotten about or disappear on the edge of wild space. This is the place for them, and we're excited. It's it was a risk. We really were worried that the fans would really want us to build, expect to see like Tatooine or expect to see a place that they've seen before, right? But with that partnership with Lucasfilm, we just really decided that we want you to be the hero. We want you to feel like when you come here, this is your adventure, right? And that really drove us to come up with a brand new story that we think our guests are just going to love.
And speaking of guests want to see Tatooine, things like that, you look at the model and you see elements that are very familiar to like other planets and things we're used to. Like over here, I'm seeing what could be a resistance base or something like that.
Yeah, there's sort of a theme there, right? They're kind of always hiding out in these like old ancient ruins. And so you're right. We went back to sort of what we think is the DNA of Star Wars, and partnering with Doug Chang and the art department and the story team up at Lucasfilm, it drove us to go back, and we went to the archives. We pulled out all the original Ralph McQuarrie drawings. We really used Ralph's work and Joe Johnston's work as sort of the basis for our design, because to us that's what feels like Star Wars, right? Those big heavy shapes with monolithic forms with the rounded domes, and we see that repeated over and over and over again, and so that was important that we get it right, the details. I think if Disney's all about the details, Lucasfilm all about the details. Both teams always start with story, and that was important as we start to craft a place that feels familiar. Never been there before, but it screams Star Wars.
Right. And can you tell us a little bit, just a little tease of what guests are going to experience when they're walking through this land?
Yeah, this is the remote outpost here, a small settlement, like I said, on the edge of wild space. It's the last stopping point before, the edge of space that no one's ever been before, right? So, you get this amazing mix of people here, and you're going to see characters that you know and you recognize. You're going to see a bunch of brand new characters that inhabit this space. All these buildings are filled with amazing shopping and dining experiences. You can see in the back there's a big hangar bay with a ship that you may recognize. Kind of tucked in back there. And so, the village really has a signature attraction associated with it, the Millennium Falcon experience, where you're going to be able to, go in that, climb in the cockpit and take the controls of the Falcon and shoot across the galaxy in an amazing adventure. We always joke that, it's we're going to have to make sure we have a lot of room in front of that ship because it's going to be really, really popular for our guests. And then out here is you kind of leave the settlement, right? And you go kind of deep out in the woods. Yeah, you might come across a couple X-Wings and an A-Wing and a couple of ships. And, this is really maybe where you might find the Resistance hiding out. And this will be the beginning of our second signature attraction, which is puts you right in the middle of that, that tension between the Resistance and the First Order. And so, pretty unprecedented. We're going to open with 2 signature attractions in day one, and it's going to be incredible.
It looks incredible. And I just want to shrink down right now. Just walk through this model. So this model specifically is showing off what it's going to be like at Disneyland, correct?
Yes.
And so is there going to be any differences between this and the version we have in Orlando?
No, identical. There'll be a little subtleties in how you enter the land, but for the most part, exactly the same layout, exactly the same attraction mix. And that was important. We didn't want, we wanted to make sure we, on both coasts that we kind of open with the exact same experience for our guests.
And remind us exactly, when are we looking to open here?
2019. The exact date has not been set yet, but in 2019 you'll be able to shrink down and enter into the land. Well, not shrink down, but
it'll be in full size and it'll be glorious, and I am seriously excited. Chris, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Wow.